When it comes to the financial markets and technology they use, it changes in a blink of an eye, guys. We're going to be looking at the top 5 financial trends that we're seeing within the financial markets. Now, this, of course, tried and true with me, guys. I do work in the financial industry, so it's going to be really interesting in the next 3, 5, even 10 years, how everything is going to change. Starting off with number 1, which is the increased use of artificial intelligence. That is right, guys. Over the past probably year or two, AI has literally shot into everything. There isn't even a service or product that I use that doesn't have some form of integrated artificial intelligence. When I'm using Canva, when I'm using vidIQ, it is everywhere. Even using ChatGPT to write some scripts, do some modeling, do some research, it is everywhere with the artificial intelligence. Now, how is this going to affect the financial industry? This is going to be huge because it's going to automate a lot of the customer service processes that we see. Also on the investment side. Now, bankers have always kind of relied on the human aspect of it, but it is going to allow financial institutions to not only save time and money, but also handle complaints, do investment advice, whether it is robotic investment, robo-advisors, things of that nature. It's going to be incredibly easy. Now, they are utilizing artificial intelligence in call centers, voice recognition software. There is a lot of things that can answer a majority of the basic questions. Personally, I use M1 Finance, and I have a link down below, but they even use artificial intelligence when it comes to their chat generation, which is really cool. It is going to be a massive implementation of this. Now, the AI, of course, going through is going to use algorithms, huge amounts of data very, very quickly. When you think of an accounting department, when you look at things like that, again, it is going to be a game changer with the time and effort that it can come in. Now, you couple something like that with like fraud services or fraud monitoring through an artificial intelligence, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how it is. Now, AI powered trading systems, we've again started seeing them. They can go ahead and really see and look at market impact before humans can. They have a greater change to the market trends, what is going on. They also have a greater precision to the trades that they're doing and the logic behind the trades. Now, ultimately, the AI is written by humans, guys. Now, the language that they access or the information they access is written by humans, which of course is going to be the volatile part of that. But number 2, we look at the rise of digital only banking. Now, if you've noticed, guys, everybody's in the banking industry. It's kind of crazy to even see everyone from my insurance agent now offers checking and savings and CDs, but digital only banks enter and add another world of risk because you don't actually have a physical connection to the institution. We've seen it with a lot of fintechs. We've seen it with a lot of startups utilizing and leveraging cutting edge technology to really get ahead. And in turn, when you look at Venmo, when you look at Square, when you look at Robinhood, when you look at a lot of the new technology, again, with these fintechs, with these startups, there is a strong learning curve, I would say, in my opinion, guys, between all of these, because they're not exactly sure how to handle fraud and on what scale to handle fraud, is from what I've seen. I've dealt with Venmo, I've dealt with PayPal, I've dealt with Square for multiple issues with multiple complaints and a lot of fraud that comes along with that. And again, it's kind of interesting to see. Now, one of the big benefits, guys, is just like with M1 being a digital bank, they can offer not only commission-free tradings, but they also offer a 5% APY on a high yield savings account, which is huge. The reason being they don't pay for the brick and mortar. You can limit your staff, replace a lot of it with technology, but they are not having the physical buildings, but they are reliant on the physical banks. So when you look at ATM withdrawals, when you look at actually getting your cash from the digital banks or the digital frontier, you're going to have to rely on traditional banking systems that are in place to have access to really get that money. Third one we look at is the software as a service, the SaaS application delivery for remotely servicing and really managing things over the internet, guys. And again, the reliance really comes back to the internet. It is kind of crazy. That is why when you look at some chip makers, when you look at NVIDIA, when you look at a lot of the cloud-based solutions, some of the storage solutions, we are seeing how incredibly crazy it is with the companies that are involved with these. Now, cloud computing technology is something that we've had around for a while, but now it's gotten to the point that we have so much data transferring and so much data moving at such an incredible rate, whether it is financial institution, whether it's literally anything, it is sent through the web, it is sent through the internet, it is sent through a multitude of channels, which is kind of crazy, including business transactions. It has almost got to the point where the world is linked almost into one thing or another, and everything has so many checks and balances. It's kind of crazy to see how much they can do, cost savings with systems like this, scalability, agility, security, really providing solutions for companies as they continue to grow. Number 4, the rise of Regtech, the regulation technology. That is right, guys. This is one that I'm not super familiar with, but this is the regulation of technology. Again, when you look at the fintechs, when you look at a lot of different things, might be something that we've never seen, including cryptocurrencies, where there is minimal government interaction and minimal government regulation. There has to be something with all the technology going so fast and really pushing out and coming out. And again, even if you think 15, 20 years ago, the technology that we had then compared to what we have now with the iPhone 15 just dropping, it is crazy to see really staying compliant with regulations. And again, when it comes to the fraud, when it comes to the customer identification, that knowing your customer, a lot of things have started to really change in the technology sector to really know that you have to be and really staying up on technology. And the final one, guys, number 5, the buy now, pay later sector is growing. This is crazy. When you look at Afterpay, when you look at Clara, when you look at a lot of companies that are offering this, when you look at Affirm, when you look at Apple, this has been a wildly popular, and again, being in the financial industry where you kind of buy it now, we give you a loan, you pay it later over, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it may be. People are coming super dependent on this, that literally running out of money to buy the things that we want to obtain. So we can buy it now, we can have it now, the instant gratification of getting that item. We're going to take time to pay for it. With paying for it over 6 months, 12 months, whatever it may be, now you have interest that is accumulated with it. And these companies are making all of these micro short-term loans and getting an incredible amount of income that is set with it. Now, again, a lot of retailers have done this. A lot of retailers have kind of went through and partnered with a lot of these buy now, pay later services that they do offer for individuals that do not want to pay the full price up front. Seems like a lot of places we're seeing the 0% interest on most things completely gone just to be able to do the buy now and pay later. Sometimes you have to be careful because they have upfront fees, they have monthly fees, it has a percentage-based fees. There's a lot of things. But guys, overall, 2023 going into 2024, super promising year for so many things, guys. Artificial intelligence, the machine learning, cloud-based services, even looking at the global and financial sectors, and also looking at the banking industry, guys. We're going to see a lot of data analysis. We're going to see a lot of automation. We're going to see a lot of financial companies and fintechs that continue to provide a lot of solutions. Overall, it's amazing to see what is coming out with the financial sector, and I'll catch you in the next video.